Today, we'll dive into all the characters Luffy asked to join the Straw Hat Pirates, from swordsmen and chefs to old men with serious wounds. So let's start with the first person Luffy asked to join his crew, and you might think that was Zoro, but it was actually both Ace and Sabo, as Luffy said they were welcome to join his crew when they were only kids. However, both Ace and Sabo said that they didn't want a crybaby captain, and they all wanted to be the captain of their own crew. The next person Luffy asked to join his crew is of course the famous pirate hunter, Roronoa Zoro. At first, Zoro refused to become a part of Luffy's crew and to become a pirate, but after Luffy freed him from Captain Morgan's execution, Zoro decided to join Luffy on his journey and become an official pirate, as Luffy promised Zoro that he would be able to pursue his dream of becoming the world's greatest swordsman, as the future king of the pirates would take no less than the best. So Zoro becomes Luffy's first crewmate. Next, we have Kinemon, an eccentric character Luffy met early on. Kinemon was trapped in a treasure chest on a small island for 20 years, guarding what he thought were valuable treasures. Although he tried to attack the Straw Hat Pirates at first, he ends up making friends with them after telling them about his past, and they tried to help him get the treasure chests he had been wishing for. However, with the chests empty, Luffy asked him to join his crew, but Kinemon declined the invitation to stay on the island with the animals to protect it. Usopp, the cowardly yet brave sniper, was another early addition to the crew. Luffy admired Usopp's dream of becoming a brave warrior of the sea, and after becoming friends as Luffy helped take down Captain Kuro and save the Syrup Village, Luffy tells Usopp to jump aboard their new ship, the Going Merry, and Usopp doesn't hesitate to become a member of the Straw Hat Pirates, although he of course wanted to become captain. When Luffy and the crew came to the famous Baratie, they met Sanji, who Luffy instantly demanded to join and become the crew's chef. However, Sanji doesn't want to leave the Baratie and Zeff behind, turning Luffy down multiple times. After an intense battle between Luffy and Don Krieg to save the Baratie, Sanji accepted to join the Straw Hat Pirates. But Luffy didn't stop with just Sanji, he also asked Zeff to join the crew. However, Zeff had retired and put the life of a pirate behind him, so he declined the offer. Next, we have Nami, the skilled navigator and thief, who Luffy early on in the series asked to join his crew. Despite her initial refusal and betrayal, it wasn't until after Luffy helped free her from Arlong's clutches that she officially accepted, marking a crucial point in the early days of the Straw Hats. Now, let's talk about a non-canon character who Luffy asked to join his crew, Apis from the Warship Island arc. Apis, a young girl with the ability to communicate with dragons, became close to Luffy and his crew during the Warship Island filler arc. Luffy and Apis shared a similar sense of excitement, though most of the time Apis gets either angered or frantic over his actions. Luffy was also the only one who could stand her cooking, which she appreciated. Luffy, being Luffy, admired her courage and asked her to join. And by the time the Straw Hats left her island, she was filled with a new sense of confidence that taught her to always give her best. Now we reach the entrance to the Grand Line, where Luffy and the crew met Crocus inside the giant whale laboon. Although Zoro and Sanji didn't get off to the best start with Crocus, the lighthouse keeper and former doctor of the Roger Pirates, Crocus helped the crew understand the importance of log poses and the dangers of the Grand Line. Naturally, Luffy asked him to join, but Crocus, being much older and already retired from pirate life, turned him down. However, Crocus would have been a great addition to the Straw Hats, as they still needed a doctor at this point, and Crocus was more than qualified. Next up, we have the young Dr. Kureha, who declined Luffy's request to join the crew as she wanted to stay on the island and she didn't want to become a pirate, and both Luffy and Sanji learned not to call her old in the process. When Chopper later transforms to his heavy point, Luffy decides he wants Chopper to join his crew, especially as he wanted to have emergency food on the ship. So Luffy tells Chopper to join his crew, but Chopper tells Luffy that he can't join the crew as he is a reindeer that has antlers and hooves, and although he wants to become a pirate, he can't because he is not even a human, he is a monster. But Luffy yells to Chopper to shut up and to get going, and Chopper feels accepted and then decides to join the crew. After the Straw Hats successfully liberate Alabasta, Luffy asks Vivi to officially join the Straw Hats as she has become a close friend and has sailed with them for a while now. Luffy admires her strength, courage, and kindness, and knows she'd be a valuable member of the crew. However, Vivi ultimately declined his offer, choosing to stay behind to help rebuild her kingdom. In a moving farewell, she expresses her desire to remain friends, and the crew silently raises their arms, showing the X marks on their wrists, symbolizing their unbreakable bond. Even though Vivi stays in Alabasta, she remains an honorary Straw Hat in the hearts of Luffy and the crew. The next person Luffy asked to join his crew is the president of the Galley Law Company and the mayor of Water 7, the famous shipwright Iceberg. After Luffy witnesses Iceberg's impressive knowledge and experience about ships, as the Straw Hats needed the Going Merry to be repaired, Luffy, ever optimistic and direct, decides to ask Iceberg to join his crew. This moment is a testament to Luffy's belief in the potential of those he encounters and his unconventional approach to crew recruitment. Iceberg, however, gently declines the offer. He expresses his commitment to his role as the Mayor of Water 7 and his dedication to protecting the city and its people. During the Water 7 arc, Luffy initially faces off against Franky, a cyborg shipwright with a fierce and rebellious attitude. Franky and the Franky family, who had stolen the 200 million berries from the Straw Hats and beaten Usopp half to death, becomes a major antagonist in the arc. However, after Franky helps the crew in their pursuit to save Nico Robin and the battle against CP9 at Enies Lobby, Franky becomes a good friend to the Straw Hat Pirates. Franky, being Tom's apprentice and an incredible shipwright, offers to build the Straw Hats' new ship. After having built the Thousand Sunny, in a heartfelt and somewhat humorous scene, Luffy straightforwardly asks Franky to join the Straw Hat Pirates. Initially, Franky is taken aback and somewhat reluctant, but he accepts Luffy's invitation and says goodbye to his Water 7 family. Now, we meet the living skeleton who is both a musician and a swordsman. Luffy actually asked Brook to join the Straw Hats 2 times. First when they first met on Brook's ship, as Luffy thought he was super cool, and Brook actually said yes instantly. However, the other crew members refused to let a skeleton join the crew. After an intense battle with the antagonist Gecko Moria, Luffy asks Brook again if he wants to join the Straw Hat Pirates. But this time, he had showcased his swordsmanship skills, strength, and dedication, and Brook accepts Luffy's invitation once more, and this time officially becoming the crew's musician. However, Luffy asked 2 more to join his crew during the Thriller Bark arc. When the crew were wandering the dark forest of Thriller Bark, Luffy saw, in his words, a unicorn and a geyser tree. First he was shocked, then he wanted to catch them, and was amazed by how cool they were. Unfortunately, he was only able to say, "Hey, you guys, come be pirates with," when he was interrupted by both Zoro and Sanji. So yes, Luffy actually asked a zombie unicorn and the zombie tree to join his crew. I truly wonder what position they would have had in the Straw Hat Pirates, so if you have watched this far in the video, please comment what position the zombie unicorn and zombie tree would have had in the Straw Hat Pirates. During Fishman Island, Luffy reunites with the Fishman and former warlord Jinbe. The actual moment Luffy asks Jinbe to join his crew occurs in a heartfelt conversation between Luffy and Jinbe. Luffy, having come to deeply respect Jinbe's strength, honor, and commitment to justice, sees him as a valuable addition to the crew. Luffy expresses his desire for Jinbe to join the Straw Hat Pirates, highlighting the bond they've formed through their shared struggles and victories. Jinbe, with his usual calm and dignified demeanor, acknowledges Luffy's offer. While he is honored and appreciates the gesture, Jinbe is initially unable to accept due to his commitments and the responsibilities he has to his own people and the ongoing conflicts. He assures Luffy that he needs time to make a decision and handle his current obligations. Luffy, understanding Jinbe's position, respects his need for time and promises to wait for him. We then see Jinbe again during the Whole Cake Island arc, where he helps the crew escape from Big Mom's territory. During this arc, Jinbe has come to the decision to finally commit to becoming a full-fledged Straw Hat. At Punk Hazard, Luffy went crazy mode as he first asked Kinemon's legs to join his crew, as he thought it was super cool to see Kinemon's lower half be able to talk, and when he saw him running away, he thought it was bizarre but super cool. Again, Luffy was only able to say, "Hey wait, why don't you join my..." until Usopp hit him in his head and told him no. Soon after asking Kinemon's legs to join his crew, he met Hutaros, a Jaguar Centaur and member of the Centaur Patrol Unit on Punk Hazard. Luffy again thought Hutaros was super cool, and they even had a race to see who was the fastest, as Luffy had attached Kinemon's legs to his body, so Hutaros thought Luffy also was a centaur. Luffy asked Hutaros to join his crew as he thought he was super cool, but he declined the offer. Hutaros then found out that Luffy was an intruder and a fake centaur, so they then became enemies. The next one Luffy asked to join his crew was not a person, it was the fierce fighting bull Yusi, named by Luffy of course, who he met when he participated in the Corrida Coliseum tournament. Yusi, a massive bull with a strong and fierce demeanor, was used as a battle mount during the chaotic escape from the Coliseum. Luffy, immediately bonding with the bull's brave and loyal spirit, quickly developed a friendship with Yusi. After riding him into battle and recognizing the bull's combat prowess, Luffy, true to his nature, asked Yusi to join the Straw Hat Pirates. While Yusi couldn't respond verbally, the bull showed great affection and loyalty toward Luffy. Even though Usopp didn't officially join the crew, he became a memorable ally, symbolizing the unique and heartfelt connections Luffy makes with even the most unexpected characters. Usopp stayed behind in Dressrosa but remains a beloved companion who shares a special bond with the Straw Hat captain. During the Wano Country arc, Luffy met Yamato, the child of Kaido, who admired Kozuki Oden for years and dreamt of following in his footsteps by exploring the world and opening Wano's borders. After fighting alongside Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates during the battle against Kaido, Yamato expressed a strong desire to leave Wano and to join Luffy's crew, feeling a deep connection with them and their adventurous spirit. However, Yamato ultimately chose to stay behind in Wano, recognizing that the country still needed protection and that Yamato could help by playing a role in its future. Though Yamato didn't leave Wano with the crew, Luffy told Yamato and also Momonosuke and Kinemon that they were all free to join his crew at any time in the future and welcome to sail under the Straw Hat's flag. And there you have it, all characters Luffy asked to join the Straw Hat Pirates. Who do you think will be the next to join the crew? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more One Piece videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.